Michelle and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, please hit subscribe. I post new videos every Saturday. So today I am filming my 28-week bump date, and that means I'm officially in my third trimester. It's so crazy how fast this pregnancy has been flying by. I had originally planned on only filming these bump dates every 4 weeks because that's when I was seeing my doctor, but now that I am up to every 2 weeks, I'm going to start filming these bump dates every 2 weeks. And as I'm getting further along, I just want to keep you guys updated and take you on this journey with me as much as I can. So the pregnancy apps that I've been using are the Pregnancy Plus and the Ovia Pregnancy. I don't use Ovia that much. I mainly look at the Pregnancy Plus, but it's nice to look at another app and just see if it says anything different. And so according to my apps, today he is 15.2 inches long and 2.54 pounds. I definitely feel like he is growing. My belly is growing and he's moving constantly. I love feeling him move. So according to the app, it says that his eyes are now starting to respond to light and his organs are maturing and trying to prepare themselves to function on their own. And also his skin is becoming more human-like and it's starting to look more like what it's going to look like at birth. So as for symptoms, the shortness of breath and heart rate that I've been experiencing throughout my entire pregnancy seems like it is getting a little bit worse. I feel like I'm constantly needing to sit down and try to catch my breath, which has made it a little bit more difficult to work and do all that stuff, but I'm doing my best. You probably noticed in a lot of these videos that I look like I'm probably like gasping for air most of the time. I've also started to experience some round ligament pain in my lower abdomen, mainly when I'm sitting down for a little bit of time, like sitting on the couch or something, and then I go and stand up, and then I'll get like a sharp pain, and that has happened a couple of times. But I remember that happening in my first pregnancy a lot. Another new thing that I've been experiencing, well, I experienced once so far, a couple days ago, is leg cramps. So when you're pregnant, for some reason, you will be sleeping and then you will wake up to this giant cramp in your leg. I don't really know why it happens, but it seems to be something that happens during pregnancy. It did happen in my first pregnancy, and now I had it happen for the first time in this pregnancy. And it's not fun. It's not a fun thing to be woken up to, that's for sure. But so far, it was just a one-time thing. So another thing that is new that I've noticed is I've been experiencing some mild to moderate cramping in my lower abdomen. It feels a lot like menstrual cramps. And so I was actually beginning to get pretty concerned. I don't know why, but for some reason, in both of my pregnancies, I have no reason to think this. I have no reason to like be concerned about it, but it's like a genuine concern of mine that I'm going to go into preterm labor. And so any little ache or pain, I'm like Googling constantly. I'm like, oh my gosh, is this a sign of preterm labor? And so cramping has made me a little bit nervous. When I look online, it says that that could be a sign of preterm labor. And so I did talk to my doctor about it, and she says it's most likely just dehydration. And so I've been trying to make sure I'm drinking like way more water than I would normally. And I haven't really noticed a big difference. I still feel the cramps, but I guess it's not as bad. I also asked her if she thought it could be Braxton Hicks because I read online that some women do experience Braxton Hicks in the form of like menstrual pain. And she says it's possible, but she thinks it's more dehydration. And honestly, at work, like I said before, I do work in the medical field, and now we are required to wear N95 masks at work at all times. And so I'm not gonna lie, when I'm working, taking my mask off to drink some water is really inconvenient, and I just haven't been drinking as much as I probably should. So I have no doubt that that's probably what it is. But I never experienced any kind of labor or Braxton Hicks contractions with my first son. I had a scheduled C-section, and so I have no idea what a contraction feels like. And so even if it could be, I could be getting like some Braxton Hicks contractions every once in a while. I don't really know what to look for. I just kind of go straight into panic mode and think I'm going into preterm labor anytime I feel any kind of pain. Please comment down below if you have the same kind of fear about preterm labor, or if I'm the only one that just goes crazy and thinks that all the time. Also, please comment down below and tell me what Braxton Hicks contractions felt like to you. I do know that it feels different for a lot of different women, and so I'm very curious to know what it felt like for you and if I should be looking out for certain things. Another symptom that I've been feeling a lot more of now that I'm in my third trimester is my heartburn has gotten so much worse. I am popping that Gaviscon that I've talked about. I've been popping them like twice a day. Like I was just doing it at night because it would get bad at night. Like after I would eat and I would start to relax and lay down for bed, it would get really bad. But now it's like on my lunchtime when I'm getting hungry, it'll get really bad, and then later on at night it'll get really bad again. So that's pretty much it for the symptoms that I've been feeling since my last update. So since then, I did do my glucose test, like I said I was going to update you guys on now. Like I said before, in my last 1-hour glucose test with my first son, I did fail it. The cutoff is about 140, and I think I was like 143 or 145, so it was just barely over. So I did have to go back and do the 3-hour test, which didn't go so well. And so this time I was praying I wouldn't have to go back and do the 3-hour. So it's not a fasting test, but I did fast technically because I didn't want to fail at all. I was so scared. So last time I ate was like 8 o'clock at night, 8 or 9 o'clock at night. And then, I went to bed and I didn't have breakfast. I didn't have coffee or anything. And I went to the lab at like 8 o'clock in the morning and they did my test then. And I was just praying that I was going to pass. And I did, but it was still high. Like I said, the cutoff is 140 and I tested at 137. So I'm barely right there. I don't eat a lot of sweets, so I'm not sure why it would be high for me. But my doctor didn't seem to be concerned. As long as I passed, that's fine, and so I'm not going to worry about it too much. I also mentioned before that I was going to be seeing a different doctor around 32 weeks to be able to go over like the VBAC stuff and sign a consent form and all of that good stuff. And so she actually had me schedule my next appointment with him at my 30-week appointment. So instead of 32 weeks, I'm doing it at 30 weeks. And so that's going to be on April 13th. And so she already gave me the paper to like review that I'm going to be signing, but I'm going to go over it with the doctor as well, and he'll go over everything that I need to know. And so I'll update you guys on how that appointment goes for sure. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and show you guys my belly at 28 weeks. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to hit subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.